Sometimes history folds itself into small, ordinary things like a white cape.
That's right. On this day, it wasn't just cloth and thread, but a nation's memory.
Raila Odinga held it tight, the way a child holds on to the last thing left of a parent, a final bridge between the living and the legend.
Grace Ganga with this story.
When the plane carrying Raila Odinga's body touched down at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, one image silenced a nation. Winnie Odinga clutching her father's white cap tightly, her eyes heavy with grief. It was the saddest photo on the internet this day. Yet, within that image was an entire story of legacy, love, and the weight of history. Yet, in another deep, symbolic, dark moment, a photo that got any emotional. Winnie handed the cap to her mother, Raila Odinga. It was quiet, dignified, almost sacred. Perhaps it was her way of saying, I couldn't bring back the man you loved the most, but I brought what he treasured. The cap that had graced history now rested in the hands of the woman who had stood beside him through it all. The detentions, the campaigns, the lonely nights of uncertainty.
Mungu amsaidie apate hiyo kiti ambaye anataka.
For Ida, it wasn't just about a fabric. It was memory. It was years of sacrifice stitched into one small familiar item. For decades, Raila Amolo Odinga's white cap was more than a fashion signature. It was his silent trademark, a companion in moments that shaped Kenya's destiny. He wore it during the clamor of multi-party democracy, at rallies that shook regimes, and on the day Kenya promulgated the 2010 constitution, moments etched deep in the nation's political memory. To his supporters, the cap symbolized focus and resilience. To his family, it was a familiar comfort, part of the man they knew beyond the podiums and crowds. So, when Raila breathed his last in India, Winnie carried that white cap with her. In a moment that broke hearts across continents, she gently placed it on his casket, as if it was to crown him one last time. And when the body arrived home, she held it close, the way a daughter might hold her father's hand, refusing to let it go. The gesture was wordless, but thundered across the country. For Winnie, it was both farewell and a promise, a bridge between generations, between struggle and continuation. Raila's white cap may have marked his presence at every major turning point of Kenya's story, but in his absence, it now marks the continuation of his spirit in the women who carry his name, his courage, and his dream forward. Because sometimes a single photo can hold an entire story of a man, a family, and a nation learning to say goodbye. Grace Nganga KTN.
Thanks, Grace. The Orange Democratic Movement has picked Siaya Senator